Hi, this is Doug with Nord Outdoor Power. We've been really proud to carry the Smokin Brothers wood pellet grills. These are made right down in Jackson, Missouri, primarily out of components right here from the United States, putting our brothers and sisters back to work. Their crew down there is fabricating these every day out of steel coming out of either Memphis or Chicago. So a really good steel. They're also powder coating these units. But what's some of the differences that we see in the Smokin Brothers from the competition? One of the things that's noticeable right away is the exhaust is right here in the center and the back. They've done a lot of design studies to optimize the heating across the grids and try and keep it as consistent as possible from one side to the other. And that really gives a big advantage. One of the great things about Smokin Brother grills is the quality of build. Now we're talking about the traditional series here. And on this traditional series, if you were to feel the front and come in and take the grate back just a little bit, you'll notice that we're one thickness of steel. If we go to the Premier series, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, those actually have a double wall construction with insulation in between in order to help save pellets and conserve heat, especially when you're cooking during the winter time. Now I've cooked on both the traditional and the Premier series down below zero and haven't had any issues, especially when smoking. Takes a little more time if you're going to bring it up to 450 or so to cook a steak. But that's one of the great things about Smokin Brothers grills is you can do so many different things. Most people think it's a smoker, but actually this thing is a full-fledged grill. Whether you want to grill a steak, whether you want to bake some biscuits, cook some bacon, or do a brisket or a pork shoulder, this thing is really versatile. Now the traditional series grill is going to use our standard controller, which is located right here. This is also our hopper where we're going to put our pellets. With our standard controller here, you're just going to set the temperature that you want. There's various temperatures that you can set, and you're just going to turn the dial to that after you've got it ignited and up and running. And then it's going to hold the temperature at approximately that level for the duration of the cooker until you change it. So another thing on our traditional series grills compared to the Premier series is our legs down here are going to be individual, and they're going to have wheels on one side and swivel wheels on the other side. You can put a shelf in there if you would like in order to put stuff on and help to reinforce those, but that's one of the differences. Now we're going to take a look at our Premier series Smokin Brothers grills. These carry a lot of the same great features we saw in the traditional series with the center smokestack, the heavy design US steel, the top rack standard, the porcelain coated grates. But one of the big shifts here is we have got a front hopper box. So again, this is where we're going to store our wood pellets. This is also going to give a surface where we can set a tray for the meat or whatever we're going to be putting onto the grill. So it gives that nice work surface. Now with the traditional or the Premier, you can add optional shelves on. So that is always a good thing to take a look at depending upon your workspace and what you need when you're grilling out. With the Premier, as we discussed before, if you were to come in and feel the front, you would notice the thickness of the steel is about that thick. Well, it's actually not the steel is that thick, it's actually there's a hollow cavity in between the two sheets of metal that provide an area for insulation to help conserve pellets and heat, especially during the winter time. But that works great all year long, and that's one of the reasons a lot of our customers choose the Premier series. Now we're also going to take a look out here on the front of the hopper, and we're going to see that we have our Pid Digital Controller that's adjustable in 1 degree increments. Now one of the really nice things about that is that it also has a meat probe that can be plugged in and then put into the meat, and then we can actually run a program on that controller to make adjustments as the cook goes along. And then we've also got on the bottom what we call boxed legs. So all 4 legs come down, they've all got swivel casters on it. They've also got a piece of metal in between so that they're all connected, very reinforced, and very heavy duty. One of the nice things with the box legs on the Premier series is that ability to move that grill in all directions. It just really makes it easy to roll that unit around without having to take and only have one end that swivels. So again, for the price difference, there's a lot of really nice upgrades available. When you come out to take a look at the Smokin Brothers grills, make sure and ask if you're interested in some special financing. We generally have really good financing available for qualified buyers. So just talk to your representative about that. When you take a look at the features offered by Smokin Brothers, this American-made grill, I think you're going to agree this is the best value in the industry. Stop out at Nord Outdoor Power and take a look at these grills today. We have a great selection of accessories and other things for grilling that I think you're going to find beats the competition.